Good morning, everybody. Acre of Love Homestead here. Today we are in the kitchen. I went on vacation about 8 months ago, and I picked some pine needles from the trees where we went to make my own pine-sol. Well, I forgot that I had made pine-sol, and today we are going to actually strain it out, put it in one of our containers, and see how it smells and kind of how it cleans. So I did one with vinegar, and then with vinegar, and then I did one with vodka. So I don't know, let's see. It's been sitting for a really good time. This one I have a feeling is going to smell. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, that doesn't smell bad at all. You can smell the vodka in it for sure. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out, because I don't have another one of these. But I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to do this. Woof. Okay, I'm not sure we're going to use that one right away. Let's just do the one with the vodka because man, that vinegar one's potent. They're not brown. I mean, they're not green no more. They turn brown. Which I guess, you know, that's what they're supposed to do. So let's see if we can pour it in here. And it's coming out like a woodsy color. And you're not going to mix this with no water or nothing like that. That's the whole purpose of the vodka. And then I'm wondering if I can actually put more vodka in here, in this, and start another round. Because some of these down in here, just the top ones seem to be like a darker brown, to where the ones on the bottom, they seem to be kind of greener. So what I might do is I might actually get some more vodka out and see if I can restart that all over again without having to have new pine needles. I think that'd be really neat. This one actually, I like the way this one smells better than the vinegar one. But I got me a towel somewhere. I want to see, because in a minute we're going to make some homemade biscuits. I want to show y'all my recipe for some homemade biscuits. But Rocky, get away from that. But let's put some on here, see if my sprayer will work here. I mean, my counter's already kind of wiped down, but this right here is not typically just to disinfect it. Let's see. Yeah, it leaves it like a piney smell. Hopefully when we make our biscuits, that doesn't stay on the biscuits. Yeah, it gives it like a kind of like a piney smell. I mean, it's not gonna be like Pine-Sol from the store or nothing like that, but this is a more natural way to do it. And this typically is how Pine-Sol is really supposed to be made. So at least we have, I'm gonna try, like I said, I'm gonna put some, let me see if I have some vodka somewhere. Might have some more over here. Yep, I got one. Okay. So I'm gonna pour this. And this right here, guys, it's just 80 proof. You can do it stronger if you have it. It's 40% alcohol. Come on, you filling up or not? I think I'm going to like this one better than I am the vinegar one. Because that vinegar one, oh man, it is really potent. And vodka's really cheap, guys. Y'all can get a bottle of vodka for like $9. I'm going to, there we go. That way I can cover the top of that. So, what we'll do is we'll put our lid back on. Now I'm going to change that date on there. It says 5/16, so I'm going to change it to, what's the date? The 28th. So we're going to mark that out, and we're going to put 1/28 of 26. That lets me know when we made another batch. But I thought y'all might like that. Too bad y'all can't smell that because that smells really great. We actually have a couple of things going on in the kitchen today. So I'm gonna make some rice for the chickens and the pigs to, you know, kind of warm them up. And then the ducks, I think the ducks will eat some. I gave them some yesterday, but not quite sure if they ate it or not. So I'm gonna go over here to the stove area. I'm gonna move you guys over. This might be a little bit longer video than what we like, but you know what? We gotta get videos pumping, guys, because we're up to 400 subscribers. 400, I'm at 400 subscribers. Thank you everybody who has subscribed to this channel and has put up with me through all of my crazy videos. I'm super excited. Slowly my channel grows, you know, day by day my channel grows. We're gonna swap it to this side actually. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited for, you know, my YouTube channel is kind of, you know, it's about, you know, homesteading and what really happens and, you know, how to try to, you know, grow your own food and stuff like that. And we got to have fun too, you know. So I'm really excited about the 400 subscribers. And like I say, we really appreciate everyone that has subscribed or who watches our channel, you know, and what, you know, maybe you learn something, maybe you don't, maybe, you know, you just want to spend some time with a crazy person. That's me. And, you know, this is what we do. We love doing this lifestyle, guys. I really love doing this lifestyle. But in the big black pot, we got too excited there. I'm going to put some rice. Now, I have this big bag of rice that I got. Someone gave it to me. Well, unfortunately, it has weevils in it. Okay, that's not a big deal if it has weevils in it. Because technically, you could take this whole bag, throw it in your freezer, and it's going to kill those weevils. I decided that I don't have time for that, so because you'd have to go through and sieve it and all that to get the dead weevils out. I'm going to cook it all together, and since it's been cold, you can tell that some of the weevils are kind of, you know, like, it's too cold. But we're going to cook it up, and we're actually going to give it to their chickens. And yesterday, they really enjoyed it because it's been crazy weather here lately. Like today, the sun is coming out, so I'm trying to get some things done before I actually go out and feed. I'm trying to get some things done in here, kind of let it warm up outside. I like the animals to get up and start moving around before we actually get out there and feed them too much. The cows have done really great. They stay in their house that I made them, their little bootlegged house. They love that house. Eventually I am going to be hopefully building them a better one. I do want to build like but I'm going to buy it. It's like a little cart where you can park your carport underneath there. But what I will do is whenever I get it, I'm going to close it completely off. That way when this stuff happens, I can roll their round belt underneath there and they can get underneath there, you know, out of the rain and the weather also. So, gotta take care of what God gives you. Yeah, there's a lot of floaty weevils on the top. It's okay. Weevils are not bad for your chickens or your ducks. It's just an extra protein source, I see it as. Whoa. Watch out, Sparky. All right, now I'm going to wash my hands because we're going to get into making some biscuits. I have a 3-ingredient recipe. It's simple. You want some homemade biscuits fast. Takes about 12 minutes to cook them, depending on your stove. Let's get our hands good and washed and dried here. But I love this recipe. You know, I can just whip it up really quick, and then we can have some biscuits and gravy or some sausage and bacon biscuits. You know, that's what I really like about this recipe because it's super fast and easy to make. And I hope that y'all enjoy this little recipe that I'm going to show y'all. Whoa, that was pretty loud. Now yesterday, I made chicken enchiladas for dinner. So I made chicken enchiladas. I need to move y'all this way. There we go. That's better. And with the broth, I canned the broth. Now I did strain it, but it still had some stuff in there. But I did can the broth, and we will use this for further soups. And one day, whenever I do this again, I will make a video of how to can your own broth. But I really love our homemade broth. Okay, we got that going. Now, got to get my measuring cup. That's a half. I guess I should have had all this out already. My handy dandy biscuit cutter, tomato can. All right, so we're gonna need 2 cups of self-rising flour. Self-rising means that it already has all the goodies in it. That you don't have to add yeast or nothing. It's already gonna do what it's supposed to. That's called cheating. That's fine. We're gonna cheat on this one, y'all. Ooh, I might save that recipe. It's got jalapeno cheddar biscuits. Drop biscuits on the side. I might save that. And I guess I could have grated up my butter. Alright, so we need 2 cups self-rising flour. If you ain't making a mess, you ain't doing it right. So that's fine. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn my oven on. I should have done that earlier. 350 degrees. Oh. And typically what I do too is you're going to get you, I cook mine in a cast iron pan. And then on the bottom, we're going to put, I put a little bit of bacon grease, or you can put, you know, some butter down there, you know, whatever you want to put in there. It's just to, you know, so it don't stick on the bottom. Which typically my cast irons don't stick except for one. And that means that just means I got to burn it out real good. So there we go. Let me wash my hand one more time. That's pretty greasy. All right. So I need another self-rising flour. And you can always double this recipe if you want to make a whole bunch. You can double it, you can triple it. It's the same ingredients for every time. Like if you want to make, another batch, right away, just add 4 cups of flour and 2 butter and, stuff like that. So we're just going to do the one today. You will need some milk. So let's get out some milk. I haven't been able to get to my farm because we've been closed in here. But as soon as we get open, where we can get out, I need to go down to the dairy farm, get me some cream, and get me some of the good milk. All right. Now, next you're going to need 1 stick of butter, preferably frozen. You can either cut it into pea-sized pieces, or you can grate it. I like it grated, so we're going to do that. Now, my husband, they tried to, him and my youngest son, they tried to go out today and see if they can get to work and on the roads. So we'll see, because last night we were supposed to have fog precipitation, and it was supposed to come in last night and be out through the day. Today was supposed to be cloudy. It is sunny, so the good Lord is shining down on us. Get this stuff melted. That way we can get back to normal life. We have a lot of stuff to do on this homestead. We need to move chickens out. I need to move quail out. What else? I need to move the ducks over. But, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. I need to clean the chicken coop out. So, you're gonna grate this whole thing. I just want to show y'all. That's gonna, when you're grating it, it looks like cheese. And this thing is cold. Ooh, my hand gets cold. just a little bit more. Whoa. All right, I think that's good enough. Get all that out of there. Okay, so now we got our butter grated. You're gonna mix it into your flour until your flour kind of feels like kind of crumbly. At least that's what it says on the recipe, crumbly. You just mix until you think it's right. That's what I do. But you do want to have all of that kind of mixed up, not stuck together like this. Pretty sure I just felt a hard piece of, I did, a hard piece of flour. Whoops. Like I say, if you ain't making a mess, you ain't doing it right, guys. Gotta have a little bit of mess in your kitchen. Another hard piece of flour. All right, so I think that's pretty good. As long as you got it all nice and crumbled. Wow, what's up with my flour here? Sadly, I don't think that's a flour. I think there might have been something on the inside of my grater. That's okay. It's probably just potatoes. All right. This is what you need it to look like. Hopefully, I can get y'all to see that. So it's kind of crumbly. And then you're going to add, it says 6 tablespoons of milk. In all honesty, I do that and it's never enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pour 1/2 cup and see if that works. We'll do a 1/2 cup at a time. You want it to come to a sticky substance. So 1/2 cup of milk straight in there, and then you're going to mix. I'm actually going to get rid of this to the compost bucket. Like I say, you want it to be able to form into a sticky substance, or texture, I guess. And I'm gonna do another 1/2 cup. There we go. Hopefully that'll do it. Yep. So, go with a full cup of milk. Not the 6 tablespoons that it asks for. Because that, to me, that's never enough. Every time I do that, that is never enough. Okay, so you're just going to, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, there we go. No, I think that is my flour. I wonder what's happening. I wonder if I've done this before. It's kind of like kneading bread, guys. If you know how to make bread, you can make these biscuits. It's simple. All right, now, nothing's left on the bottom. I actually need to bake bread today too. I think I got like 1/2 a loaf over there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold, because what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to mix in all that butter. And you can put a little bit of flour down on your countertop, that way it doesn't stick to it. And get all the stuff off your fingers here. And we're gonna fold, squish down, fold. Now, I like my biscuits taller. I don't like them skinny minis, okay? So that's gonna depend on how you like your biscuits. But, so I do mine probably about an inch thick. I'll pat it down a little bit more. All right, your cookie cutter here, or not cookie cutter, your biscuit cutter, you know, flour it up some, that way your dough don't stick to it, and you're just gonna cut down in there. Cut down in there. Now you don't get very many out of this recipe, but that's what they look like. Good old looking biscuit. And just put it down in your pan. And then you do all, well, I can probably get one more out of that. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold and fold again. I'm going to add a little bit more flour to the bottom here. And fold and fold. Pat it out to the thickness that you want. And cut your biscuits. And do it all over again. Now since I'm doing mine kind of thicker, I'm not going to get, I probably won't get a whole pan full. I might, you never know. See, that one came out kind of wonky. All right, let's try again. Fold and fold. And our oven is actually ready. Okay, so that's what I'm going to get. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And some weird. We're going to throw the weird in there also. Now, at this point, you can put some butter on the top if you want, or you can wait till they cook for a little bit and then put some butter. That way you can get that golden brown, you know, the golden brown on the top. I typically wait and then I put my butter. So we're going to throw this in the oven. And we're going to put it on about 12 minutes. At least that's what the recipe calls for. Doesn't take long. I'm going to get me some butter out. I'm actually going to melt a little bit of butter in a bowl so I can brush it on the tops. I'm trying to get all that dough out from underneath my finger. The cows out there waiting on me. I can see the cows. All right. Put all this in a sink. Whoops. Get all that nice and cleaned up. And wait on our biscuits. Alright guys, earlier I actually told y'all wrong. It's actually 450 degrees, not 350. So it's 450 for 12 to 15 minutes. So my thing is dinging. I had to leave it in there for an extra 5 minutes. And we're going to check them. That looks good to me. Actually, I'm going to lay out a towel. Watch out, Rocky. I'm going to lay out a towel so you can sit it on there. And I went on ahead about the 2-minute mark. I went on ahead and put the butter on there on the top. So, got you a whole pan of biscuits. And these biscuits are great. And they're real buttery. I guess I could have probably left them in there a little bit longer. Just so they could have got a little bit crispier on. Yeah, no, then you had to go back in. They're not completely done, guys. And that's because I didn't have my oven on 450 degrees. So, let's start over. We're going to put it for about another 5 minutes. We'll do about another 5 minutes at 450. That should do it, I would hope. It's because I forgot to put it at 450 in the first place. Mistakes happen. It's okay. It'll be fixed. Not a big deal. While we're waiting on that, we can actually go and check out the quail, if y'all would like. Sorry. Over here in our little quail area. So they're doing better. I had to move them into a bigger container because they were trying to fly out of this one. So in about another week, some of these can go out. They're almost the size as my adult ones. At least a couple of them are. But we also have this container here that is empty. It's actually going to be filled with baby quail because I had probably about a good 20 to 30 hatch yesterday. So I'll have to be bringing them inside. Also, over here, I have incubators full of eggs. Quail eggs, those are due February the 5th. These I put in yesterday. And then these are due also February the 5th. I'm hoping that they all hatch. These incubators, I tend to have a maybe 50-50 ratio to where my big incubator, almost every single one of those hatched out. All the eggs that I had actually put in there. So that's, these incubators are kind of finicky anyways. Once that middle part gets messed up, if you don't, I use mine so much that the middle part messed up on me. It doesn't spin on its own. So, sometimes they're, finicky. So those, I use them whenever I think I have extra. Plus I was waiting on another tray to come for the quail eggs. It's finally here, but I already had those in the incubator, so I wasn't about to move them. I do want to show y'all, I don't know if y'all can see through that plastic, our jalapeno peppers are doing really well. My tomatoes, they look kind of blue, but the peppers, they look really good. Today is watering day, so I need to open it anyways. Give them a little bit of... It's nice and warm in there, I'll tell you that. Yeah, they definitely need some watering. But that's the jalapeno peppers. And I'm really proud of these because I've never had jalapenos get this big. So these are regular jalapenos. These are regular jalapeno, and these are cayenne. So I'm trying to see if I can, get those to grow. That'd be great. And then my tomatoes down here, I don't know what's happening. I know these need to be in a bigger pot for sure. These are the ones that I just repotted. They did not take to that repotting very well. These need to go into a new pot. Hopefully you can see that if I'm way up here. They actually need to go into a bigger pot. And as soon as it gets, we get back to normal, that's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to get moved. Now, these are bell peppers on both sides. And they're just the cutest thing ever. I love them. So I've never really had, seeds start and do really well. So, those are doing good. Those are not that great. These are doing marvelous. And if we go to the laundry room, let me get this stand back up here again. Trying to come up with a better stand. So if anybody knows or has any ideas of a better one that I can just kind of, quick stand and then pull it up to make, the hand one, it's okay. Our cilantro is actually doing really good. So all this side right here is cilantro. I came and watered them yesterday. These are tomatoes on this side. These are tomatoes. I think this is actually a sunflower because it looks nothing like the tomato. I'm not quite sure what that is because you got the little tomato plant down here, but you got this great big, I swear that's a sunflower. I'm not sure. If anybody knows, y'all let me know. These two tomatoes, they really need to come out of here. And then our lettuce, it's not doing all that great, but it's, it's got something. Probably needs to be planted already. And then when you come down here, you got your good looking Brussels sprouts. And then these, I think, are broccolis. Yeah, they're broccoli. So they're doing really well. All those tomatoes did not transition well, so they died. And then down here even further, and I got my helper here. He's going to help us explain everything. Huh, Rocky? You going to explain everything to everybody? What's wrong with you? Huh? Silly? Yeah, you're being silly. Are you, you're rubbing your nose? Can you say hi to everyone? Say hi. I'm such a good boy. Oh, bless you. Goodness. And then we have another helper over there. He's been staying in the house. Not to get off subject, but he's been staying in the house because it's been so cold. He's typically an outside dog, and he does not like linoleum flooring. All right, back to our plants here. So these are, okay, yeah, I see you, yep. These are broccolis. I think that's a broccoli back there. Yeah, so that's broccoli. And then this is broccoli, and this is, I can't do anything because, they're in my face. It's okay. This one, I don't know where my tag went. So they're either broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Not quite sure. But they're doing great. I just need them big enough to be able to put them outside. Okay, Rocky, I see you. But yep, everything seems to be doing good. And our timer's going off on the stove, so let's go back over there, guys. Whoa, through the house we go. It's nice when you have helpers who just, want all the attention in the world, so. All right, now let's check it. Let's check it. Should be done now. They've been in there for plenty of time. Oh yeah, that should be better. At least we pray that it is. Okay, guys. This is a good looking pan of biscuits. Good looking pan of biscuits here. And let me turn off that timer, because if not, it's just going to keep going and going and going. Let's check it. Make sure. Don't want y'all to make this recipe and be cursing me. Woo, Nelly, that's hot. That's a good looking breakfast biscuit, guys. Good looking one. I really hope that this tastes great. Put you some warm butter on that. Some nice jelly. Dip it in your coffee if you want. But man, oh man, these things are amazing when they're done right. Remember, 450 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. Ah. Or you can just eat them plain. I love biscuits. Especially biscuits and gravy. Yep. That's marvelous. I absolutely love it. Good looking pan of biscuits. We got our Pine-Sol going, and we still have our rice going that we're going to give to the chickens. But that's what we're doing today, guys. I hope y'all like and subscribe this video. You know, like I say, we're up to 400 subscribers. I'm so happy for that. Thank you, everybody, you know, for visiting us on our channel and for subscribing to our channel. We have a lot of new adventures coming, and I really hope that y'all are there with us to go through all of them. We really appreciate you. The dogs appreciate you. Say bye. Yeah, they're not into it. But we'll catch y'all in the next one.